Hey there, artists. Today you are going to be making a Wassily Kandinsky squares with concentric circles inspired art. So this is Wassily Kandinsky's painted. It's a painting. You're going to do the same thing but with crayons, paper, and glue and scissors. So yours is going to be a mixed media. And you will be making a 2 by 2, which means 2 this way, which means 4 total. Just like that. So let's get started. You are going to get a piece of paper that looks like this. It has been folded so you know where your circles and squares are going to go. I'm going to use this one just so you can see better in the video where the lines are, but this is what you will be using. So the first thing you're going to do on the back, you're going to turn it over, and just like I've always had you do, you write your name, you circle your grade. So this could be kinder, this could be first, I don't know. And write the first letter of your teacher's name. The date and the title, don't worry about it. Your parents or the grown-ups at your home can write the date, and then the title, people usually come up with the title when they're done with their artwork. So the only thing I want you to worry about is your name, circle your grade, and the first letter of your teacher's name. And then what you're going to do is you are going to explore in the tray all the different papers that have different circles. So these are the colors that I've chosen for myself. I love cool colors. If you don't know what cool colors are, those are colors that kind of remind you of the ocean and the water. And they kind of give you a calm mood feeling. So purples, blues, greens, and this looks white, but it's actually has a little hint of green in it. It's like a minty green. So you're going to pick 4 large circles, 4 medium-sized circles, and 4 small circles. Oh, just a second. 4 small circles. Now, you can mix up the colors. Just because you picked a large circle in this doesn't mean you have to get a medium and a small. I'm just doing it to make it easy for myself, but you may explore with any colors. As you can see, Kandinsky definitely, chose a lot of different colors. So please don't limit yourself. So 4 large, 4 medium, 4 small. And then you're going to get some crayons that you feel are best for your background. So I picked purple, blue, and green. And you will color your backgrounds those colors. Now, you don't have to color the entire background because most of it will get covered, but it would be good to color quite a bit towards the middle. Notice I'm coloring really, really hard and dark because I want my colors to pop. And yes, this will take some time, but beautiful art never gets done in 2 seconds. Everything takes planning and effort. So notice I'm not coloring in the middle because I know it's going to get covered. So the whole first step is the crayons. And notice I stop right here at this line. So remember, you will have the fold, so you know to stop at the fold. I just didn't know if it would show up in the camera. So I just... pressing really, really hard. That should be good enough. And then you're going to repeat with another color. Once again, I'm not really worried about the middle. I know that it's gonna get covered. My next color. And then for this last color, I looked in the crayon box that I have at home. I don't have all the crayons that I have at school. These are these are known as the warm colors. And I don't want warm colors in my art. I mean, you can, don't let that stop you. These are the only cool colors that there are. So I'm actually going to repeat the blue here. If I do purple here, then it's too much purple. If I do green, then it's just all too much green here. So I'm just gonna go. Okay, now that that is done, now we are ready for step 2, which is cutting out all the circles. So your largest circles go first, because if you notice in Kandinsky's painting, he has the larger circles than smaller circles going on top. And this is a painting that he did. Obviously, we're not doing a painting. We're doing a mixed media, but your largest circles go first. So you kind of want to plan before you start right away. Get your 4 largest and think about, okay, well, I don't want purple going on purple, so I'm going to have purple go on green. Here's a pretty mint green white that can go here. Oh, but then I have blue on top of blue, right? So then in this case, I might have blue go on top of green, purple go on top of blue, and then this teal go on purple, because this teal is too close to the blue, it might get lost, and then the mint green on top. So plan that first. Now, maybe along the way you realize, oops, I'm gonna end up doubling 2 colors and now it's not gonna show. You can switch it out for a different circle or just stick with it and go with it. You know, sometimes artists takes those risks. So now you're gonna cut each of these out. And boys and girls, I would like for you to really try to cut on those lines, but a little bit of messy cutting does not hurt. So you cut, cut, cut. You are going to cut out all your circles that you've chosen. So that means you will be cutting out 12 circles. Make sure you put the scraps to the side and plan where you want your circles as you're cutting. That way when it's time to glue, you're not trying to make changes after you've glued things down. So just set them on the paper. And then as you cut the next ones, you will also then place them where you want it. Notice I'm not going to put the purple circle on the large purple circle. So cut all of them out and then decide where you want them. Okay, so these are done. So I'm gonna put turquoise on white, white on turquoise. I can't do blue on blue, so I'm gonna flip-flop those. Now it's time to cut the little ones. The most important part of this entire artwork is planning where you want things. So this is probably the most important step, the cutting and the placement of your circles. Now those are done. And I'm going to put purple in there because it's missing purple. I'm going to put some blue there. There's no white in that one, and that turquoise will pop on top of the purple. Now my last step is to glue, and that is in the very, very end. So you can use a glue bottle, or like with my students, I have taught them how to be glue experts with a paintbrush. And let me tell you, it is a game changer. So what you do is you just put glue in a plate, and I just teach my students to roll that paintbrush so the glue does not drip. Do one square at a time. So I would just remove this, and remember, we always put glue on the thing we are gluing down. We never put glue on the paper, because then if the thing doesn't cover it, then you have all this extra glue. Then you just have to wait longer for it to dry. And then you kind of find the center. That's why this painting is called Squares with Concentric Circles, meaning circles are in the middle. Put glue on the side where there's the black lines. Try to find your center. Take more glue. And I think that's about the center. Okay, repeat. There is my Wassily Kandinsky inspired Squares with Concentric Circles. And then my last step, I'm just gonna go around and put some glue where I think it belongs. Once you're done, you need to put this on a drying rack. And there you have it. So let's go through the steps one more time. Step one is color. Well, step one is write your name. So pretend to write your name. Take your fingers and write it in the air. Write your name. Circle and write the first letter of your teacher's name. The next step is the coloring with the crayons. Pretend to take a crayon, color in the air, color, color, color. Okay? The next step is taking scissors and cutting. So take your fingers and pretend you are cutting paper. Cut, 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 cut. And then the last step is gluing with the paintbrush. So pretend to take a paintbrush, pick up some glue, pretend you're painting, put the circle down, take your paintbrush, pretend you're picking up some glue, put some paint, or put some glue on that paper, glue it down, do it again, pretend to pick up paint, put glue on your circle, glue your circle down. I am so excited to see what you come up with.